Hello, it's Monday. Welcome to Coull Discussions. I'm Barry. This is Chris. It's your favorite day of the week, guys.
Yes, it is.
It's headlines. Boom, headlines. Yeah, we're coming to you from the dirty basement. So, today we're going to start off with a little bit of news about YouTube. It's probably all over the YouTubes of where we're coming from. That YouTube apparently is cracking down on ad revenue and how you can make it and the videos that you're allowed to make it on. Apparently, this is apparently from YouTube. What I could find out is it's already been in their terms of service,
which is totally
which has already been there
because they are a private business. They are allowed to do this.
They're saying now all they're doing is they're letting you know that your video is not allowed to be monetized.
Oh, have they ever let us know?
They have never let us know. We have a couple of videos. We have one that's labeled police violence and rape culture. Those are the two that I can think of off the top of my head of our videos that we are not allowed to monetize.
Sports doping was the other one.
Oh, sports doping.
Yeah.
Okay. For who knows why.
I don't know why that's sports doping. I can understand rape culture and police violence.
I don't understand. Apparently, this is and there's a lot of people saying it's the social justice warriors, the people complain, and there's people out there who are, people make their living on YouTube.
Yep.
And they make their living by talking about news, about events that are happening, and giving their opinions.
And nothing at all, actually. Some people make a pretty decent living just opening boxes or eating food.
Yeah.
And, hey.
So it seems like YouTube is going to be cracking down on... Now, in their terms of service, it says here, because I got it right here, it says... the biggest thing that I find that is very gray and could be interpreted in many different ways is this last one. It's controversial or sensitive subjects and events, including subjects related to war, political conflicts, natural disasters, and tragedies, even if graphic imagery is not shown. So what they're saying here, that's their last point in their terms of services. It says content that is considered not advertiser friendly. So that means that last point says pretty much everything that we talk about here on Coull Discussions. So pretty much, if you complain about us, we could lose all our monetization. Right now, I say it doesn't hurt us because we're not that big, but when we're huge...
75 cents. Yeah.
Now, obviously, there's anything that's sexually suggestive content, including partial nudity and sexual humor. So, all comedy, Amy Schumer, when she talks about blowjobs or titties, or Dane Cook when he talks about blowjobs or titties, or any comic who talks about blowjobs and titties,
or their first sexual experience, for that matter,
can't be on YouTube anymore,
or can't get paid well on YouTube.
Violence, including displays of serious injuries and events related to violent extremists. Okay, so when Steve-O broke his ankle and if he can't put it on YouTube. When somebody punches somebody in the face in boxing, cool knockout in MMA. No, that's not advertised. It can be on YouTube, but you can't make money on it. Inappropriate languages, including harassment, swearing, and vulgar language. What the fuck? Oh my god, my video is now not monetizable. It's not advertiser friendly.
Okay. Oh crap! Which one was it that we talked about this one in? We did talk. I brought this up in one of our previous videos. Sorry, I don't remember which one it is, but when...
Go check them all out.
The German Chancellor talked to Mark Zuckerberg about helping censor the internet. Help censor Facebook, YouTube, Google, Microsoft, Facebook all are in agreement with helping stem the tide of... Now, there are good intentions behind this because they want to stop these social justice warriors from being complete and total assholes online and posting hate stuff, or you should be raped or you should be killed because you're a girl. That I can understand, but taking away all the other aspects of reality, you're censoring anything and everything, and you're making it so you're not going to be that much different than, sorry to say this, Nazi Germany, or communist...
Or any communist country.
Communist Russia, communist China.
What's next? What's next?
Because that, as you said, very gray words right there about censorship.
So if I have a huge group of people, 100 people who believe what I believe, and I'm offended by all of Dan TDM's videos. He's a Minecraft guy. My kid watches him. He's totally PG. But if I'm 100 people and I'm offended by all of his videos, I'll report him just for shits and giggles.
And his 99 friends will report him because they support him.
Now what?
Report him because they support him.
Like,
and now he's banned for absolutely
nothing.
no valid
for
reason.
no valid reason. Now, so anybody who can get a decent number of people can be like, I don't like this person, and now I can affect your income. I can affect your living. What happened to just hitting the dislike button?
Yeah.
What happened to just commenting? You know what it is? It's people who get offended who can't think of a logical argument. Because they're too stupid. You guys are too fucking stupid. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off about the whole damn world.
I think it's going around Facebook. It's going around in general. But it's like, you know what we used to call people who got easily offended when we were young? Pussies. I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings, pussy?
Yeah, like, come on, what happened? Grow a skin. Grow a thick skin. It's not, oh, poor me, cuddle me. No. Like, if we're talking about rape culture and I say, hey, we got to be aware of our surroundings, I'm not victim blaming. I'm not telling people that they're going to get raped if they're in a frat house full of guys. It still makes rape wrong. But if you're in a frat house full of guys and you're the only girl there, you're putting yourself in a bad situation. It's no different as if you went to a goddamn war with a knife and everybody else had guns.
Yeah.
And then you got shot and complained about getting shot. It'd be the same thing. It'd be like, well, you were, it's not right that you got shot.
No, it's not. But
it's 100% not right. But you kind of put yourself, why are you putting yourself in a situation like that?
Yeah, and just to clarify the rape thing, it has to do with just being aware.
Everybody.
So you can get away. It has nothing to do with, oh, you're in the wrong spot, so that's why you got raped.
No, you got raped because the guy who raped you or the girl who raped you was an asshole.
That's why. But if you're aware of your surroundings, there's a possibility you can run.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's like, personally, when my kids were out, I actually started teaching them some things about what you should do in bad situations. And the first thing they said was like, why are you teaching this? Well, in case certain situations. What kind of bad things are people going to do to me?
Yeah.
And they asked that, and I'm like, that's actually pretty tough to answer, but
there's a lot of bad things that people can do. But
and after a while, it's like they understood. You know, they knew I wasn't trying to scare them. And then I told them, it's like, you know what, you guys go home because you know the techniques that I've shown you. You use each other and practice them. Try to get proficient at them. You know, these are just safety things. These are just in case. These
Kung
are not.
Fu Master. Karate chop. Now, some people are going to get mad and with my comment and say I'm a victim blamer and blah, blah, blah.
No.
If you want... No, I'm not. If you don't have the mentality and the brain power to see where that's coming from, like, a lot of feminists are like, you can't victim blame the victim. I get it. Okay? There is no excuse. There's no defining rape. There's nothing that... Okay, rape is completely wrong and I don't condone it. But at the same time, I'm a strong believer that you have to take you have to take personal responsibility for yourself and make sure you're not putting yourself in situations that could be dangerous. That's what I'm saying. And if you can't understand that and you can't respect that, I don't want to talk to you. I don't go watch Fuzzy Bear and go Teletubbies then and just believe that the world is kumbaya and believe and be naive and keep your head in the sand. All right? And YouTube, this is bad on you. People make a living off of you. People give you money. You take 45% of ad revenue from people, and people have 5 million subscribers that this is going to affect. We have 6. It's not going to affect us yet. But you're creeping into Nazi Germany and communist Russia. Be careful. Sorry we had to start headlines on such a shitty topic.
Oh,
but
that doesn't get any better. A 16-year-old girl killed herself for fear of reprisal from social justice warriors. She posted a racist image on her Instagram account, and she quickly deleted it. But by then, it was already too late. You know, the image is
once
out
you
there.
put it on there, it's
too late. And she actually killed herself because she didn't want to have to deal with what
crazy.
The social justice warriors.
You see what the world is driving people to. You know, you can't even post anything on the internet. You know what I mean? Me personally, I'm not going to go kill myself over somebody else's opinion that I don't know. Somebody's sitting behind a keyboard about typing, "You're an idiot. Go die." I'd be like, okay, thanks, appreciate that. It wouldn't bother me at all.
A solution to that, to be honestly, is to take away the anonymity of the internet.
Why don't we just get rid of the internet? Why don't we just unplug the internet? Done. Now nobody. You think people are not going to be offended because we don't have the internet? No, people are still going to be offended, but we're not going to hear about it.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's shitty that somebody would go to these lengths because they're so worried about, like, 16 years old, now, and that's what you worry about, is being chastised by the internet because you put, I don't know what you put up.
I don't know what the image it was either. A funny one for, okay, this one isn't funny. This is an example of what we were just talking about. On 3 different news websites in Canada, they talked about WestJet having an unruly passenger who wandered off the flight, who may have attempted to open the door mid-flight, had to be subdued by passengers, and was taken away by RCMP when they landed. Okay, what they forgot to mention, that's the only thing they say, unruly passenger. What they forget to mention is another a right side website actually interviewed the passenger who subdued the guy, and he made references to the fact that the guy was he made some prayers while in flight, which is, you're flying, you want to pray just in case. It is kind of against nature to be flying in an airplane. But he also wandered the aisleways with a backpack, and he was heard saying Ali Akbar, which is God is great.
All right, well, that would freak me out.
Which kind of could be a really, really bad thing. Nothing came of it. No charges have been laid yet, but it's one of those things of whitewashing. They just whitewashed the news right there. There could have been something very, very bad, but nothing happened, which is really good. But it's kind of scary. It's
under some more wonderful news. Guys, we posted a video about this previously about Brock Turner, the pig who raped a blacked-out drunk girl behind a dumpster.
Oh, is that the one with the dad who wrote the note about how good his son is?
Yep. How great his rapist son is. Ladies and gentlemen, he has been released from prison as of Friday last week.
Yeah, that was
after only serving 3 months of his piddly little 6 months his sentence. Now, I guess this is the example of rich privilege. I'm not going to call it white privilege, because I don't believe it's white privilege. I think it's rich privilege.
Now, most rich people are white, so they kind of will look coincidental.
It will, but I think it's rich privilege. I think you see it all the time with athletes and movie stars. They all get preferential treatment because they're rich.
Yeah.
But he has been released. I don't know. I kind of hope the guy gets hit by a bus, and I hope I'm driving.
So again, when we're talking about rape culture, it has nothing to do with saying that the victim is wrong. The victim is a victim. It's the justice system that isn't going that's going too easy on people like this. It's like, he raped somebody, he should be in prison for a while.
Too easy on somebody like this, and too hard on somebody who grows a plant in their house.
Here's the kicker. Now, so a rapist, he got 3 months in jail. He's out on parole. So a white guy in Montana, he got 200 years in jail for 2 attempted murders.
He didn't even kill somebody.
He didn't kill anybody. He wounded them, and he got 200 years. And we know in Canada, he probably would have served 5 years in prison at most. But now he
would have got away with mental disturbing. He would have been like, I'm mentally screwed up.
He would have gotten away a much, much lighter sentence. But the judge actually the Crown.
He increased it. The
Yeah,
judge,
he doubled the sentence
of what
basically.
the prosecution wanted.
Prosecution
to say
wanted
X, and he went, "I'm doubling it."
Yeah.
And so that's if that doesn't show you the how wonky our justice system is.
Or the U.S. justice system. Attempted murder. Okay, I get it. It's attempted murder.
Still,
Okay,
200 years.
this guy had no priors, no nothing. He had policemen come from Canada to give a character reference so he wouldn't get sentenced as harsh, and he still got 200 years. And this guy, he rapes a girl, and he gets 3 months.
It's weird. It's totally weird. You know what I mean? Like it just blows my mind. Completely blows my mind. In sports news, we've all heard of Hope Solo. She's a soccer. She plays soccer she played in the Olympics in Rio. She made a comment after their loss, the U.S.'s loss in the quarterfinals up to Sweden. She made a comment saying that the Swedish players are cowards. That didn't go over so well, and recently she was given a 6-month ban from the U.S. national team, but it recently turned into a complete termination of her contract.
Oh, wow.
She has been terminated from playing for the U.S. national team. She's pretty upset about it. She's coming out with a documentary or some shit that you'll be able to see it.
Okay, I can
and
understand.
this is well, I don't understand. I don't agree with that. If it's like back in 1996 or 97 when Donovan Bailey, our great sprinter, he was the world's fastest man.
He won the world's fastest man competition, which we've talked about.
Well, he
before.
won the gold medal in the Olympics, and normally
100-meter dash.
Yeah, they're considered the fastest man in the world. And the U.S. guy said, "Well, no, I'm gonna." And then they ran a race, and Michael Johnson was a wimp, and I hurt myself, I can't run. And after that, Donovan Bailey, in the heat of the moment, said, "No, he's a coward. He's a chicken shit, and he didn't want to face me. He knew he was gonna lose." And he was forced to apologize. And you know what? Hope Solo, she's not the greatest person, from what I can understand, gather from her, doing a little bit of research. She's not the nicest human being in the world, but that's hearsay. But she was in the heat of the moment, and she was saying what was in her mind. And I like that. When I get from an athlete, as a sportsman, I like getting raw emotion. I like seeing the anger, the competitive side of people. I like seeing that stuff. I love it. I hate seeing we played well. The cardboard cutout. This is what I'm saying. The
cookie cutter.
The cookie cutter statements, and it's so for this.
No,
I don't think they're right. I think they should just. If you want to,
I don't think they should have terminated her. I think that's way too far off base. Like the 6-month suspension. I guess depending on what they normally do in situations like that. I don't know. I don't have a base to compare with.
But the role models, we want her to be a role models for our kids. We want. You know what? I wanted a role model.
Maybe you should look at the NFL and look at those athletes as role models. I'm sorry, they're not exactly.
I don't think you should if a role model. I think should be somebody who's who they are, and this is who I am as a person. And I'm not scared to be who I am as a person. That's a role model to me, not some cookie cutter athlete who says exactly what you're supposed to say. And
I am a robot.
I am a robot. This is what I say. Blah 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 blah. You know.
Okay. Yeah, we're negative today. White Lives Matter has been declared a hate group by a watch group in the USA. White Lives Matter apparently is not racially sensitive. They're actually pretty much another version. They're calling them another version of neo-Nazis or KKK. And so they've been declared a hate group, and thus, because they're declared a hate group, they no longer will have any kind of special benefits or anything like that. They won't be allowed to march in parades or anything, or organize parades or anything like that. So, but Black Lives Matter apparently is still
I don't understand.
okay.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Okay, I kind of understand. I get it a little bit, and maybe I'm having trouble grasping it. Maybe that's because I'm a white racist. I don't know. Maybe I'm a Nazi lover. Maybe I should shave my head and be a skinhead and get swastikas all over my body. But okay, I understand the oppression, and I get it. I get that. I think I actually maybe I don't. I don't understand it at all. I'm confused because Black Lives Matters doesn't want to be oppressed, but they burn down their neighborhoods. But they cause violence and harm to other people and property.
And they tend to be more harmful to members of the black community than anybody else.
They interrupt somebody else's parade to make their own statement. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't.
No, I totally get it. Black Lives Matter only if police are shooting them.
It's
not if other black people are shooting them.
I need somebody to explain it to me. I do. I needed somebody to explain it to me. I need somebody to really just sit me down and go, this is why Black Lives Matter is a positive for our society. You know what I mean? Because right now I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing... We all suck as society. We all suck. We all have zero compassion for ourselves, for each other. Mm-hmm. And we only think about ourselves, and we only think about what benefits us. Mm-hmm. And it's never going to change. I've said it before, all this senseless killing only ends when we realize that we're all equal. And we all realize that we're all the same. And it's just... It's heartbreaking to know that I have two young children that are going to come up in a society like this where our biggest problems are what color your skin is and what religion you believe in. Not, hey, we're ruining ourselves financially for our country, we have no future, blah, that kind of stuff. We're killing each other over silly things, and it makes no sense. More on this good racism topic. San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick decided he was going to take a stand. He is standing up.
No, he's not. He's sitting down.
Wait! He's sitting down. That's correct. He decided that he was in a preseason game in the NFL. This backup quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers decided he wasn't going to stand up for the national anthem anymore because he doesn't stand for what the flag stands for anymore.
For the inequities that are predominant in the black community in the United States. Now,
you know what I'm going to sit down for? I'm going to sit down for the inequities of all humanity.
Okay, now I have an interesting counterpoint to this. It's like this guy, fine. This is his stand. This is what he wants to make a stand for. It's not a big deal. If that's what he wants to do. Now, what he should be doing to show that he's actually for this cause is he's part of the 1%, and by definition the 1% is anybody who makes over $450,000 a year.
Oh, but wait.
He makes what, like $5 million?
He makes $19 million a year.
$19 million a year. He should be giving away large chunks of his money.
Oh, he's giving $1 million away, didn't you hear that?
Oh, no, I didn't hear that. Actually.
He's giving away $1 million to help the oppressed people. Now he is.
What?
I don't know. He's through various charities.
Okay, like there we go. Okay,
so
I hadn't heard that yet, so that's good. But you know what? He can also be one of those people investing in his community. He lives in San Francisco.
I'm assuming. I don't know. He probably
but he plays for San Francisco.
He plays for San Francisco.
Okay, so I'm assuming he lives in San Francisco.
We're probably wrong.
Totally wrong. But either way, wherever he lives, he could easily be going, "Hey, I have $1 million. I want to invest in black business." He can easily start investing into these communities to help these people. But is he? We don't know.
$1 million. I don't know what charity he's going to give it to. I don't know.
He's giving away $1 million. That's awesome. That's a great start.
I'm just tired of hearing. I'm really tired of hearing these on award shows and everything. If I'm me, because I'm a white man, and I stand up there and say, I want equality, I can't say I want equality for white people because I'm racist. But a black person or anybody else can be like, I want equality for my whatever, my purple people.
Here's the thing.
My Oompa Loompas.
Black people are wanting equality, but are Indians, like...
Native Americans?
No, not the Native American ones, the other ones. I don't want to say the other word because it's kind of racially insensitive. The ones from overseas.
From India.
Indians.
Yeah, from India. India is from India, not Native Americans.
Yeah. So those Indians, they're not crying out for equality. They're treated pretty well.
Yeah, I don't.
They come to our country. They start jobs. They have all kinds of eateries, convenience stores, little kiosks that just try to sell you whatever they can sell you. They work hard and they're not oppressed. Why aren't they oppressed? Black people. Well, I don't see the oppression. I'm also not black. Dudes. But mind you,
a couple of white dudes.
If you're looking for oppression, you're going to find it in everything you look at.
I heard a feminist once say on the internet, you can find something wrong with everything if you look hard enough.
Yes.
So maybe we should just... I watched a couple of videos of Morgan Freeman said a long time ago, racism exists because we talk about it. And we make a big deal of it. And okay, well, is that correct? In a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a sense, but not 100%.
I think the only time your color of skin should come into play is for an example like this. In Manitoba, there was a robbery, and the news said they are on the lookout for a 20-something male on a bike. That's it.
Well, what color is he? I need to know what color he is. I need to know what color his skin is.
At that point in time, that's when the color of the skin comes into play. Yeah. Because it's like, I'm looking for a white 20-something male on a bike. Congratulations, you've just eliminated...
But that's assuming my gender, that's assuming my race, But I'm hurt by that. But I'm very offended by that. And now that I've committed a crime and I'm offended, you can't charge me. You can't arrest me because you've assumed my gender and my race. What? That would be an argument. I guarantee you that would be an argument.
It will be soon
I guarantee you. Did you just assume my gender? Did you just assume my race?
But okay, we're not saying be racist. We're just saying you need some identifiers. It's like, for example, me, I'm a white guy with glasses and a goatee.
That's who I'm looking for. A white guy with glasses and a goatee.
Heavy set.
That's what I'm looking for.
Right?
I'm looking for somebody to do a podcast with. There you go. I'm not looking for I need a white man to do a podcast with. I need a black man. I'm just looking for, you know what I mean? Hey, I'm looking to play a game of cards. Hey, I'm looking to play sports. Hey, I'm looking to have friends. There you go. I'm looking for white friends. No, that's not right.
I don't care. As long as we like the same thing.
A little bit lighter of news. This is actually going to be a little bit lighter.
Okay.
NASA, as we know, they don't send the space shuttle up anymore. They still have the International Space Station. They still go there, but apparently they're prepping and building for a flight to Mars.
Well, they've been talking about that for years.
From what I see, they're actually building and testing the rocket for it now.
What?
And they've 6 people have been isolated in a dome for 1 year.
The one in Hawaii?
In Hawaii.
Yeah, and
they just recently came out.
I heard that, yeah.
They just recently came out. I had no idea they were doing this.
I heard bits and pieces. What they had to do was they were in an isolated area, and they basically had to survive.
Like they were on Mars.
Every time they left that dome, they had to put on one of those spacesuits. And it was so cool because, every now and then they would allow people to come in and take photographs of these people on their little spacewalks. And it's a kind of
they would only get, I think they only got 20 minutes of, Skype, we'll call it, or something like that, to talk to family and stuff like that. They got but from what I understand, I think NASA's really prepping for the flight to Mars.
That's awesome.
From what I understand, they're testing rockets. They have some built. And they've been testing them in Nevada or somewhere in a desert. Somewhere.
Is that the SpaceX one, then?
I'm not 100% sure what
it's
called. Because
in headlines, there was a rocket that exploded on the launch pad.
Oh, that's a different one. I think that's the one that can land itself.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
It's a spectacular video. You should check it out. It was actually kind of really neat.
The program... they're going to do 2 more isolated missions, I guess. It looks like they're currently taking applications. So if you want to... for 8 months each in 2017 and 18. So if you want to go do that, go ahead. Go isolate yourself, Big Brother style. But I think it's cool. I think, if you're a single person, I think that, and you want to go to Mars, or you want to do something like this. I think I would, if I was like single and I didn't have any children, I had nothing keeping me here. I'd be going to Mars.
Yep.
I'd be like,
True enough.
send me to Mars. Shoot me up in that rocket, boys. I'm out of here.
Yeah, no kidding.
I am out.
Yes.
I am out. You know what I mean? And so I think that's pretty cool. You know, there's probably nothing on Mars, and these people are just going to their ultimate untimely death. I'm sure they're good.
It'd be a hell of a
But
ride, though.
hey, it'd be a hell of a ride, and it'd be an experience you could tell nobody because you're dead.
Okay, so Vladimir Putin was arrested for shoplifting in the U.S. Too bad it wasn't the actual Russian president. There's some guy in the U.S. who was actually Vladimir Putin. He was arrested, but it's not the Russian one. So, sorry guys. Almost, but not quite. In France, in a Coca-Cola plant, there was found 370 kilograms of Coke in a shipment.
Nice.
They got the shipment for one of the brands of pop, and they cut it open,
And it was
there's
cocaine.
white powder.
Nice.
And none of the people at the plant were actually are suspects, so that's always nice to hear that it wasn't actually planned that way. So make sure you check your shipping labels to make sure it goes to the right spot.
Yeah.
Always remember to do that.
Somebody's got their head cut off.
No kidding.
You sent the cocaine where?
To the Coke plant?
You idiot.
So, I guess there's a video of this, but I haven't seen it yet. But Mom's boyfriend threw her 4-year-old son off of a bridge into the lake below, or river below.
I've been hearing a lot about this kind of thing, about parents neglecting their children.
Well, no,
doing
okay.
fucked up shit.
The child had a life jacket,
Uh-huh.
and apparently this was fun. I guess this is something that people do, but whether or not a 4-year-old child is... If you should be doing that to a 4-year-old
I'm gonna push my
child?
6-year-old into a pool, yeah. But
Push
I'm
him
gonna
into a pool.
yeah, I'm gonna be
but
there. I'd push him into water. Be like, hey, swim, bam.
Yeah, but we're talking about throwing them off a bridge.
That's a little extreme.
Yeah, well, that's where...
Did the kid get hurt?
Well, the kid was terrified.
Like,
But he hit the water, the life jacket plopped him up, he's screaming, might have got a couple mouthfuls of water, but...
how high was the bridge?
20 feet.
Oh my god!
As I said, I guess this is a popular...
I wouldn't even throw myself off that.
Apparently
Well,
it's
maybe I
pretty
would.
popular, but...
That's insane.
yeah, I guess. But that's the... Is it too much, or is it just enough?
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Because the mom and the boyfriend didn't think it was a problem. So...
What if you killed your kid? Then I guess that's where the problem lies.
Yeah, so it's one of those hard things. It's a gray area. So there's a town just outside of Edmonton that actually has a curfew for kids. And they cannot be outside from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. So you Pokemon Go children, you have to stay inside.
Fuck your Pokemon at that time, anyways.
Lots of people still.
My God, what are you doing? Yes, if you go into a dark alley after that Pokemon, yeah, you deserve to get robbed. I'm sorry. Here's your sign. Here you go.
Yes.
Here you go.
So apparently there's this elusive pig-nosed sturgeon in BC. It finally got caught. 10 feet long, 5-foot girth, 650 pounds.
That's a big fish.
It is a big fish. Apparently it's one of those little urban legends that's been floating around there.
Interesting.
They let it go. They didn't want to kill it or anything like that, which is always awesome. But it's just like, I guess sturgeons can grow quite big if in the right conditions.
I don't fish. I don't like fish. I don't eat fish.
The last one I'll mention is that the Tragically Hip. They wrapped up their last Canadian tour. They had a big
It was a while ago, 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah, no, I know. But because of this and Canadians' love for the Tragically Hip, all 17 of their albums are on the Billboard list. And I think 2 of them are in the top 10 and the rest are in the top 50.
I watched it. I'm not even a Tragically Hip fan. I watched his last concert. It was interesting. I think it's a very acquired taste for the Tragically Hip.
Oh. By all means, yes. The Tragically Hip is an acquired taste. taste, but they are definitely quintessence Canadian band.
It was cool. It was very cool. It was very cool that the CBC interrupted the Olympics to show this concert, to give an iconic Canadian band who has never forgotten that they're Canadian.
Yeah.
Who's always been proud to be Canadian and always
giving back to Canada.
Always giving back to
They've
Canada.
always been there, and
so
I think everybody who came out to see him in his last concerts definitely were there for him and made it so he definitely felt
made it special. That's for sure. Made it very, very special for him, and to know that, to know that you are gonna die, and to be able to do what you love, and to be able to go out.
The fact that he did this too,
it's great.
He wanted to do this.
Cool.
It's like,
it was very cool.
This is awesome.
It was very, very cool. Guys, be sure to check out all of our previous videos, and we're gonna have 2 more for you this week. We're gonna do a couple of reviews, so to speak. Tomorrow we're gonna be talking about Michael Moore's documentary on Where to Invade Next.
The newest one, I think.
The newest one, yeah. And then on Wednesday, we're going to be talking about the Netflix extravaganza, Stranger Things. Yes. So if you don't want to get spoiled, don't watch them. Watch them after you've watched these 2 things.
Would recommend actually right off the bat. Watch Stranger Things so you don't get anything spoiled.
And then watch her.
We're going to have spoilers in it.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See Later.